Hey everyone, Professor Snart checking in from my basement. Not gonna lie, I am wearing pants though. Don't worry, don't worry. Just as we get actually pretty close to the end of our online creative writing course here, and I just finished looking at the most recent unit that we did, the poetry workshop, and things are looking really good. People are doing the technical parts correctly as far as getting material submitted on time and getting really good feedback to people. The creative work that people are doing looks really good, and I'm really impressed with the quality of the feedback that's coming within the workshop groups. As you know now, from the writer's perspective, that makes all the difference in the world. I mean, that's what you're here for, is to get some of that readerly feedback. So that's working really well, so good job. And again, getting the file back to somebody with comments like directly on the material that they've written is just so useful. And of course, you know that from the writer's perspective now, and so you can sort of participate in the workshop really knowing that golden rule directly. Do provide to others the kind of feedback that you'd like to be getting from them. So pretty simple, honestly. So we actually just have a couple of units left. Unit 11 is another workshop unit, so our last opportunity to do that sort of feedback situation. It's open genre this time, which means you can write pretty much whatever you want. You can go back to the short fiction where we started, try your hand at poetry again, the creative nonfiction, whatever suits your fancy. It's totally up to you. The technical aspects of submitting work and then getting feedback, all of that's the same. So really, it's just more of a workshop where you're choosing the genre. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same as what we've done before. Just looking at the due dates then, part of the reason that we're still, it feels like maybe a month away from the end of the term, but so close to the end of the course, is Thanksgiving in there, and then obviously with the workshop unit we kind of had that double due date going on, so people can post work, but then workshop participants can have an opportunity to get it and provide feedback. So every workshop is sort of like two units compacted into one a little bit. So we have you have a fair amount of time to prepare work then for the final workshop. The due date's November 19th, which is a Monday. You are then providing feedback on the 29th, which again is a good span of time, but remember that there's Thanksgiving in there, so that always adds a couple extra days basically. And then we're wrapping things up with the final kind of reflective unit where you look back a little bit like we did with the midterm, sort of like, what have I learned? What kinds of things do I want to continue improving on? And all that sort of stuff. It really is kind of amazing how much you can learn, even if you're not seeing it in action, but how much you can learn in a fairly short span of time. When it comes to writing, a couple of months in a writing course just isn't that long, honestly. And we've covered a lot of ground, so there's lots to think about. So anyway, keep your eye on our due dates as we get towards the end of the course. Again, great work with the workshop feedback. That's so important to a course like ours. Again, I've tried to provide a lot of sort of the how-to stuff built into the course, so you don't want to call them rules, but I have kind of jokingly throughout, but they really are kind of industry standard guidelines for things to do and things not to do within your written work if you're serious about improving. That being said, though, as I made clear in the course, you're more than welcome to contact me directly if you want some more specific feedback, especially if you have a particular piece that you've been working on, or want to work in a particular genre and you've really kind of figured that out and you want some direction from me in a more specific way. I'm happy to provide that, so just be in touch with any questions or whatever. I'd be happy to talk to you. Email's great, but you can get me through Skype, so we can do it real time. Whatever is comfortable for you or works for you. Anyway, I am personally kind of laid up right now. I had knee surgery on Monday, which sucks. I wouldn't recommend it at all. So I'm sort of more or less immobile, which explains the basement situation I've got going on here. But anyway, there you have it. Be in touch with any questions, and keep your eye on our due dates and our units here as we get right towards the end of the term. I'll talk to everyone soon.